Well, the relationship is absolutely critical, and that's part of why I'm here, why I'm honored to have been invited by Madam Abike and my good friend Bobby Digi, who works tirelessly for NICOM in the United States, particularly in New York. I'm a 22-year incumbent in the New York State Senate. I'm the chair of the Energy and Telecommunications Committee, as well as the Majority Whip, right? But I also, in my other life, similar to my brother from Canada, is also a college professor, right? So I teach Africana Studies. I've taught at Brooklyn College and University of Albany. So I've developed a Pan-African both perspective, but then also a deep understanding and love of Nigeria and Nigerian culture. So I've been here a number of times. I'm a good friend of the Onia Ife, and have a chance to visit with him and participate in his Olojo festival. And so, that kind of person-to-person connection is what we need to increase. And so what we see already in Nigeria is with this Diaspora Day is a reaching out and saying, yeah, we accept you, and a broadening definition of what the diaspora is, to include people like myself, right, who want to have a relationship with the country, right? But when you look at places like New York, you find Nigerians in every single walk of life, right? I'll point out one that's really obvious for most of us, which is the medical field, right? If God forbid you get sick, you cannot get well unless a Nigerian sees you. They're your doctor, your nurse, your physical therapist. There's somebody in the medical field, and you're going, yeah, somewhere, right? And so that's been a important part. That means one of the things you see even here in Nigeria, you wake up in the morning and streets are busy because everybody gets up to work and everybody gets up to contribute, and I think that mindset and that ethic is important. But I'm particularly here because I really want to develop not just people-to-people connections, but also some institutional connections between the state of New York and Nigeria. And I think there's opportunities to connect with things like what we call SUNY, our State University of New York system, our City University of New York system. I think with organizations like the Farm Bureau, because people don't think about this because they think about New York and they just think Wall Street. But outside of Wall Street, our largest gross domestic product is actually agriculture. And I think that there's some manufacturing and food processing collaborations and synergies that we can create by working together. And also, as the chair of the Energy and Telecommunications Committee, obviously energy is a big sector here in Nigeria, as it is in New York. We're in the midst of, in New York, of a significant transformation into a clean energy economy. And so again, I think there are synergies that to be built in both areas and ways that we can work together. And I'm interested in those conversations and those opportunities.
So how deep